Appreciate y'all chilling and politicking and paying attention because it's real vital. You heard me? Trench Talk TV. So that's what it's gonna sound like. It ain't gonna sound like nothing sugarcoat. It ain't gonna sound like what you want to hear. It's gonna be Trench Talk.
What up, what up, what up? We back at y'all with another episode of Trench Talk TV. And today we got the notorious Mr. Good Dope Cheap Price himself. Some of y'all may know him, some may not. Squalee Pope, how you doing today, my man?
You know I'm thug like. I'm thug like.
I've been following you for a minute, and you an interesting guy, and I'm Trench Talk. We show. Glad we got you here today, man. Pick your brain. I wanted to see your perspective on a few things, and
okay.
Before we get into that, we're gonna start with Squalee Pope. We want to know who Squalee Pope is. You were born in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. Born in Baton Rouge. Right there in 70805, you heard me? Right there in Dixie. Right there off Plank, you know what I'm saying?
Dixie, what area of the city is that in?
That's off Plank Road. Right there in the heart of that motherfucker. We're in the heart of that bitch.
What's the difference between, if you could give us one, what would you say the difference between Dixie and other hoods in Baton Rouge is?
Well, Dixie, what I seen with me coming up around there, it never was no team. You know what I'm saying? You had to really get it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's never was like South Baton Rouge niggas, Park niggas. You know what I'm saying? They was mostly fucking with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Putting each other up with the money game and shit. But in Dixie, they was not doing none of that shit, dog. It's like when I really came up and dealing with the streets and shit, I ended up coming up fucking with my brother, cause my brother from the South. You know what I'm saying? And he introduced me to his partners, them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, I went back to Dixie, you know, and then I moved to Belfair over there. Had a little house over there in Belfair for a little while. And then, you know, after that shit, I ended up going to prison from shooting a nigga.
All right, hold on. You're taking me too fast. Dixie, you were born in 76.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about neighborhoods such as South Baton Rouge, Glen Oaks, and things like that. You mentioned Plank Road.
Yeah.
What did, for people who don't know, Plank Road, that's been I'd like to say that's been a black strip in Baton Rouge for a long time.
And say, bro, they used to have all types of shit there, like on the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Robert E. Lee.
Uh-huh.
That's right across the street from the food market down there, you know. Right there across the street from like super fresh shit right there.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And like they had all the stores on there, all the furniture stores. They had a lot of shit on there, dog. That bitch would be lit. You know what I'm saying? Like everything used to be open, you feel me? You know, but after a while they end up taking all that shit out the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? They said the crime rate, but I don't, you know, it never was the crime rate everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. How many siblings did you have?
I got 6. Yeah, I got 4 sisters and 2 brothers.
Where did you fall in line?
I was the last one. They was already out of mom's house with kids and everything. Like my mama had me when she was like 39 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Real late. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, shit. My mama and my daddy from up there in New Orleans, but my mama really from Mississippi. And my mama moved to New Orleans and met my daddy.
Uh-huh.
And then after, you know, she met him, they ended up moving down here. That's when they had me. You know
Gotcha.
what I'm saying? Yeah, my daddy ended up taking my mama with 6 kids, you know what I'm saying? You know.
How was it? So all you grew up all in the house, all of y'all in the house together?
No, they never was in the house with me because they was already gone.
I got you.
They was already, you know, like they up in their 60s and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I got nieces older than me. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
So you had both parents growing up?
Yeah, I had both parents growing up. Yeah, my dad and my mom. I grew up with my dad and my mom.
That's unique. You know, you have a lot of people. They have these inflated statistics. They like to say that you know, people who don't have both parents or something like that, those are the ones that tend to end up being called street guys or whatnot.
Right.
You actually didn't have.
Go ahead.
You actually didn't have those circumstances to grow up under. How were your parents?
My parents was like, my parents were gangster, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. My parents was like, my daddy, he was the one working all the time, you know, he drive trucks. He had a lot of jobs and shit, you know, community, coffee. I could just remember, you know, dump trucks, 18-wheelers, you know, he driving that type of shit, CDL license. He played music and shit too, you know. But my mama, she was just really mostly all the way streets, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But then my dad ended up getting on drugs through the years. So, you know, as me growing up, fuck, the house was like a trap house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm right here in Dixie, so shit, everybody be at my mama's house every day. Like, every day. My mama cooking big old meals for the whole neighborhood. You know, might have big fish fried every Sunday or something, you know what I'm saying?
And when you say your mom was in the streets, could you tell me exactly what you mean?
Like, she really selling work out the house, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she selling work out the house, you know what I'm saying? You know, shit like that. That's how I end up you know, I didn't never just choose to be in those streets, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm already growing up in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you see this shit right here in my household.
Going to school, growing up in the 80s, going to school like that, did you ever see a difference between yourself or your parents and other kids when you went to school?
Yes. Like my parents, bro, like, just say this here, at the age of 15, I got a girl living with me. You get me now?
Why?
Like I go to my mama and I ask her, I said, man, I don't want to go to school. And I hit 9th grade, I went there one day. Then I went home, I said, man, I don't want to go back to school. I want to hustle, you know what I'm saying? And so she bought me an ounce of weed, rolled it up in all joints. They were like $3 joints then, you know what I'm saying?
You dropped out of school in the 9th grade.
Yeah, in the 9th grade.
And your mom bought you a zip.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And she know I never liked the school. You know what I'm saying? I never was into that shit. You feel me?
Gotcha. So you off the porch fairly young?
Yeah. I'm already like 17. I got my own house. 16. I got my own place to stay around up in there. I'm already trapping out my own house down the street from my mom on Kilcutt Street. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. You moving out at 16, 17, had you had any run-ins with law enforcement at this time?
No, not right then and there. I wasn't really getting into no law. No, I never had drug charges and none of that shit. Only thing was dealing with me as females. Like, you know, me and baby mom with the domestic violence fighting back then, you know what I'm saying? So that would fuck with me with the jail shit.
So you had a child that young?
Yeah, I had a child at like 17. Yeah.
What? Give me an estimation. What year was this?
94, 93. He was born in 93, November. That was my firstborn.
I want you to pause for a second and give me could you paint a description of what the temperament, could you paint me a picture of what Dixie, what Baton Rouge looked like at this time?
Back then, bro, you know, you got niggas, you got people outside playing kids and shit, you know what I'm saying? Something that you don't see today.
Right.
You got, you know, people sitting on the porch chilling. You don't see that shit today, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You see niggas coming through, you know, back to back in cars and shit, you know, whips fly and shit, niggas getting money, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some shit that you might see a clique of young niggas, but they ain't getting no money together. You get where I'm coming from? It's
right.
a fucking difference, dog. Like, you know, you want to see this nigga eat. You know what I'm saying? You won't see your partner get money. You won't see y'all gonna anticipate his car just as well as he anticipates yours. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a lot different from the ideas of the day.
Right. You feel where I'm coming from? So you seeing shit, well, you know, niggas jumping out, grilled up top and bottom. Them, you know, them our heroes. You know what I'm saying? Them are niggas that we see and be like, damn, nigga, how can I not want to be like you? You getting money. You know what I'm saying?
Right. 94, you 16, 17. You went to jail with your parents around this time period.
Yeah, I went to jail with my parents. That was my first time going to jail, bro. They ended up kicking the house in. The whole street really looked like, you heard me?
Mm-hmm.
And they took me, my mom, my daddy to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was 94.
You did a bid on it?
No, I ain't do no bid on it. The charges were just dropped. They never found nothing, you know?
At 16, 17, what's on young Squalee mind? What's your, I guess, dream or ambition? You dropped out of school. What you aiming to do at this time?
Man, I really wasn't aiming to do shit. You know what I'm saying? I was getting money. You know what I'm saying? You know, about the time I made like 19, 20, fuck, man, I'm getting money. So automatically, I'm really not aiming at shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just living. You know, I'm into cars. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I'm really trapping every day. I never was going to clubs and nothing, or none of that shit. I never fucking with the club game at all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even used to dress. You see me, you don't see me with the shit that niggas, you know, go out their way to buy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see me with dicky pants on, t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, but I might have a fucking yard full of hot ass whips.
Why is that? What's your reason? I see you real, you don't mind slapping on a pair of Wranglers and a white t-shirt.
Because it clothes, but they gonna wear out anyway. Then I'm a grimy nigga. So, you know, I might be under your house one day. You gotta understand, nigga. I might be anywhere, nigga. I play with pit bulls. I got pit bulls in the backyard right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta understand shit. I be fucking around out here, man. I don't be with all that pretty boy ass shit, you heard me? I'm straight grimy, a red nigga from Baton Rouge, straight from the toe, you heard me? Shit.
Right. How long, you get into that trouble, you back out here doing your thing. How long before you had another run-in? You ended up going to jail again?
Yeah, when I come home from doing the 10.
Nah, so that was the second, you going for the 10, that was the second time?
That was the first time. I used to go to jail, little misdemeanor shit, you know, shit like that, but me doing a long bid.
Gotcha, all right, we're gonna start. What caused you to, what caused that 10-year bid?
That was, I had shot a guy, you heard me? You know what I mean? Him, you know, getting into it, and he came out on the fuck end. You know what I'm saying? As in the street, he always gonna be a fuck nigga to me because he ain't keep it in the street. You know what I'm saying? So you know how that go.
And you were 22 when you when this happened?
22. Yeah, when that happened, I had went to jail for like 10 years. Yeah.
A 10-year bid for a 22-year-old. I mean, you grown, you're 22, you got a kid, 10 years. What's going through your mind at this time?
Man, really, bro, keep it all the way 100 with you. When I copped out to the, which as you know, when I went to court, and my mom was like, man, go ahead and take that fucking time and go do your shit, you heard me?
Right.
And you know, it wasn't no thing where, you know, it wasn't like, you know, how some niggas would be crying and all that shit, or his family crying, with none of that shit with my people. My people straight go do your shit, and you know, my people like straight up go do your shit and come on back, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know, that's how they looking at it. It's a hug and we'll see you, call us, when you get the fuck where you going, call us so we can bring you a package in that bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause my mama brought me my first package as soon as I hit the jailhouse. Her and my dad, real talk, they straight dropped it off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm automatic, I'm hustling.
Having that kind of support going in for a 10-year bid, it's safe to say you weren't scared about it. How was your mental going through that? You had all the support you needed. That being your first 10-year bid. You didn't have no reservations about it?
Yeah, I was fucked up when I was fucked up.
You know, a lot of people try to act tough and you
Right,
know.
dog, right. Nigga try to act tough and shit like, but fuck man, once I'm already street, so I already know everybody in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? All the niggas that's in that bitch, I'm already coming through it. They already know me from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already fucking with them head up anywhere in the streets. So when I do hit that motherfucker shit, it just niggas screaming my name, niggas showing me love. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. You during that time, I believe your brother, you had an incident involving your brother and your dad in 2000?
Yeah, in 2000, yeah, my brother had laid there and killed my dad in 2000. So, that really like damaged, you know, it put a hit in my heart right there, you know what I'm saying?
And how many years are you in at this point?
Shit, what, 98, August. That shit happened in 2000. I'm about a year and a half in. You know what I'm saying? When that shit happened, I'm about a year and a half in. Yeah.
How could it, as much as you could, explain the situation? How could a son kill a dad?
Bro, drugs, alcohol.
I got you.
You get me now? Cause my brother was on drugs and alcohol. When he woke up in jail, he didn't even know he did it. He was so loaded. When he called my mama, he was like, man, what I'm in jail for? He said, man, you killed Red. That's what they used to call my daddy Red, you heard me? So you killed Red last night, you heard me? And I talk to my brother every day. I just talked to him a few minutes ago. I love that nigga, you heard me? But he out of jail because I wrote letters. My sister and them caught the stand and said, you know, he ain't that type of person, which as he ain't, dog. He never caught a charge, never got into shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was not the brother that's, you know, in the streets. You feel me?
Gotcha.
He ended up falling because of love. You feel me? You know, that's how he ended up turning that route because of his wife ended up leaving him and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So love is a strong thing. You know what I'm saying? It makes some men go astray. You feel me, dog?
Right.
And so you really gotta know, you know, your limits is dealing with women out here. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Because of what they would do. They're vicious and we love hard. So I seen that shit when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I seen him going to work with his wife, his son. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know, it's a family man, married, you feel me? And you know, for her to just up and leave him and the son right there, it fucked him up, you heard me? So he started drinking at first and then he got on drugs, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 13 or something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, you seeing your brother go through this shit here, you know, and down the line, dog, I grew up, like I say, I'm 27 years old, you know, from that time right there, with him getting off into that life, ended up all the way up to the end, as him doing the murder, you feel me? You know, just by that damage right there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, you gotta be careful out here, dog, you feel me? And, you know what you're dealing with out here.
How did that affect you mentally, knowing you got, what, 9, 8 years
Left.
to do in front of you?
You know, bro, you just gotta keep going, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't letting nothing affect me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I just took life for what it was, you feel me? You know, whatever came with it, dog, I accept it, you feel me?
10-4.
You know, I walk by faith, not by sight, you know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna tell you no lie, dog, I do. Like, I don't plan nothing out. I don't, you know, judge. I don't try to predict the fucking future. None of that shit, you heard me? Only thing I can do is live day for day. And, you know, and whatever come through that day, I'm gonna suck it up. And I'm gonna ball that bitch up. And I'm gonna keep on going, you feel me?
Most definitely. As if that wasn't enough, 2.5 years later, maybe 3 years later.
Yeah.
Could you explain that situation?
My mama had a heart attack, you know what I'm saying, in 2003, you feel me? And dog, you know, it's like, you go through so much shit when I was in there, like.
That had to crush you.
Man, that shit crushed me, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. That deal.
I couldn't
really
imagine.
got with me. Like, that shit really got with me, you know what I'm saying? And, but I ended up just catching myself and then just pulling together and just staying, just staying up, dog. Just like I say, whatever came with life, bro. I accept it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why if I'm out here in this world and you see me smiling every day, my nigga, believe one thing, I know I do realize I am blessed.
You had severe lows.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You got a lot more time to do in front of you at this point. You got about 5 years left. Did that turn you up a little more, would you say?
I'm still hustling in jail, hustling that weed and shit. That was my hustle right there, hustling that weed and shit in jail. After that, bro, about at the end of my jokes, 2 years.
Before we get to the end of your jokes, I also want to point this out for a lot of people that jail was a lot different back then in the 80s and the 90s compared to
now.
Right, the 2000s.
Right.
Youngsters, in a sense, then took over the jails. It's a real playhouse.
It's like, this what it is.
And when I say playhouse, I mean kids running around playing. Right. It's a lot of foolishness going on.
And they come home and they don't know how to work. They don't know what to do. When
Right.
I fell in jail, you know what we was doing, my dude? We were going out that fucking gate with shovels in our hand, with axes in our hand, hoes in our hand. You feel me? Where it gonna teach you how to work. You feel me? Back then it was teaching, so when I come home, my nigga, I'm already strong. Fuck, I just cut down a tree, chopping that bitch with an axe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that lets you know that I'm getting paid 2 cents an hour, my nigga. That's what they used to pay me, 2 cents an hour. I think by the end of my jokes, I got up to 25 cents an hour. You get me? It goes up. But I think I was at 25 cents an hour close to the end of my jokes. And man, you look at that shit and you be like, damn, if I can work for this shit, I know I can go out there and do something with my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you ain't gonna be lazy neither. Now, they in jail now, they sitting. They just sitting.
I don't mind.
Man,
what type of rehabilitation?
How can you not teach these young men how to do manly shit? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you give them something to do, they'll stop fighting in jail. They're gonna be too fucking tired to come in and fight.
Gotcha.
You get me now?
Most
All this motherfucking land out here. You can't teach them how to lay down and tear them trees down and build a fucking complex.
True that.
Put the guards out there. Guard him. If you try to escape, you know how to catch his ass. He ain't got no money like that.
You began rapping in jail.
Man, I did one song in jail. And that was just by mistake. I ain't gonna lie to you.
How you start rapping by mistake?
I started rapping. My partner Snook, dog, fell in the cell with me. We went on a hunger strike. And when we go on the hunger strike, the fucking people lay there and put me and him, a few of us locked us down in the cell. The rest of them ate the fucking fried chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They come with that fried chicken.
You gotta have a couple of them across the
nigga got weak on us, you heard me? So the nigga who ain't eat the fried chicken ain't gonna lock their ass. I'm one of the niggas that ain't eat the fried chicken.
Gotcha.
You feel me? I remember a fucking a Lieutenant Rob. He said, whoever ain't gonna eat they food, I'm locking y'all ass up. And I hollered out the bars. I'm like, I'm already locked up. That motherfucker walked up to my cell. You know what that white boy told me? White boy said, you know what, Richardson? He said, Richardson, you ain't no crazy ass motherfucker. He said, you a smart man. That's what he told me. He said, you a smart man because he know it don't matter where you put me at in this fucking jailhouse. I'm still locked up. But like the nigga who want the yard, the freedom, the gym. They want to play the dominoes and spades. Man, I don't know how to play none of that shit. I don't know how to play dominoes. I don't know how to play spades. I don't know how to play no fucking car. Only thing I ever did was shoot dice.
Getting your convict on.
Yeah, I'm vicking in that bitch all the way to the time I go to jail. I never went to church. I never went to school. I never did no trade. I never did none of that shit. You hear me? Cause that shit couldn't teach me nothing.
So how you fall off into the rap?
I fell off into the rap fucking with my little partner Snook when we fell in the cell. And he kept, you know, a nigga who always beating on a locker, rapping from New Orleans. And I said, man, I know how to do that shit. He said, nigga, you don't know how to rap. I said, man, I promise you. I said, what you want me to rap about? He said, rap about your life, Squalee. He said, and dog, we had did a little song together. And you know, the till is quiet at night. You know what I'm saying? And he was rapping, and I came out that motherfucker after he did one of the chorus, and nigga was like, man, who the fuck that is? And them niggas just like that shit. Only song I ever did. Rest of that shit I wrote. I got 20 videos. I got like 4 full CDs I done out here. You know what I'm saying? And man, I did all that shit out here. You know, directing my own videos and shit. I just got into the shit. I'm a quick learner. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about me. I'm a quick fucking catch 'em up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the world, but I promise you, I'm one of the best hustlers. The best. I listen.
You do that rap song. I believe one time you mentioned to me that you ended up being in isolation for like a year.
Yeah, I had me and my mama ended up getting busted in the visiting shit, bro. My mama used to bring me weed and shit. And my baby mama ended up telling on me. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up getting caught up in shit. They took all my lists just right before she passed away. And like I said, my mama gangster dog, that's my thug, you heard me? Rest in peace, you feel me? And she just, and you know, after all that shit, man, they ended up putting me in a one-man cell for like a year, you feel me? And I did that year and shit, dog. And so when I come out the cell, me and a nigga got into it down the walk. I tried to chop his head off because the nigga stole me in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? After we done locked up in the cell, this nigga gonna tell me I gotta get up out the cell. I say, nigga, I ain't never checked out. You gotta kill me in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when the man come to the bars, the man like, man, one of y'all gotta check PC riches and all. Y'all got to live. I say, I'm living in this bitch, me. So about 2 days later, nigga stole me in my sleep, you heard me? And so after they separated us, we saw each other, you know, in the field where we work at. You know, I tried to hit that nigga with an axe type shit, you heard me? And so the people got to shooting guns, lay down, lay down. So, you know, they shipped me away from there, you know what I'm saying? They shipped me to a disciplinary camp called Winfield. I did the other 5 there, you know what I'm saying? But between that time, I had a stop up in Alexandria at this other little camp. You know, and that's where my mama passed, you know what I'm saying? Between that little stop right there. Cause I had my sister and them come there, you know, and I looked them in their face, dog, I knew she had passed away everyone, cause they just popped up on me. You know what I'm saying? They don't never pop up. And they just popped up on me, and they said, man, the man like, man, we're gonna take y'all in this room right here. When he said that shit, I knew it, you know what I'm saying? I said, damn, mama passed away, you heard me? You know, so after that, dog, I got caught with a dirty urine at that little camp there. I was like, fuck y'all, I ain't trying to hear nothing y'all gotta say, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they shipped me to the disciplinary camp called Winfield, you know, and I did the other 5 there, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. So, all that pressure on your shoulders, man, you getting closer to release.
Yeah.
What year was this you came home?
08, August.
08. You do that 10-year bid, you come home, man, you done had some big losses. How was that transition back into society for you? One thing I never did. Let's start on the mental part.
Right. One thing I never did was, when I was in jail, I never put myself in jail. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
I smoke a lot of weed. I listen to hip-hop, R&B music every day, 24/7. Source magazine, Jet magazines. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Swimsuit magazine. That's my thing. You get me now?
What's that?
So all of that had to play with me staying out here in that world and keeping up. And when the young niggas do come in, they got the new music. They put me on new shit. So like old niggas sitting on their bed and all that shit, I ain't fuck with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fuck with them at all. You feel me? Niggas come in and shit and be fucking with me and shit. Like young niggas take a liking to me off the top. You know what I'm saying? Because they know I'm fucking with the weed, I'm fucking with the hip hop, I'm fucking with this. You know, and then I ain't no nigga just to be sitting on my bone and just looking all sad and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm in this bitch fucking with the free women and everything, talking to them like a bitch. Bitch, what's happening? You heard me? So, man, you know what I do mentally? I'll give me a big old junk. I lay down. See my locker sitting right here. One of them tall lockers, they got the door open.
Yeah.
I open that bitch up, put my headphones on. They got some shit called Pro headphones. Them the best headphones you can ever buy in the penitentiary, nigga. You heard me? Them bitches sound like that knock inside of a cutlass. You heard me? That's how them bitches sound. I put them bitches on and lay there and have me a fucking brand new, just say one of them 500 Benzes. That's what I used to like them bitches then. I have a 500 Benz. I go in the fucking Jet magazine, and you know they got the Beauty of the Week in that bitch.
Right.
You heard me? I lay there and put me a Beauty of the Week on that motherfucker. You heard me? And me and that bitch ride around the whole city of Baton Rouge.
That's how you keeping your mind fresh.
Yeah.
People
Every day.
Nigga, people don't know nothing about that.
They don't know nothing about that. They don't know, I ain't even in jail. I'm riding around Baton Rouge with a bad bitch. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Just every new cars coming out, I'm on it. You know, every fucking music come out, I'm on it. The fashion, I'm seeing that shit. You know what I'm saying? The new rappers, Jeezy and all them niggas, 50 Cent and all them niggas. I remember when 50 was beefing with Ja Rule, I told a nigga in the cell with me, the nigga who I'm in the cell with, he love R&B. I understand you in love ass nigga. And you heard me? But I'm telling this nigga, I'm like, man, that nigga 50 gonna end up busting that nigga ass up. You know what I'm saying? Right. I say, you ain't gonna hear nothing about Ja Rule in the mix, you know, years to come. And dawg, I remember also when nigga was like, boy, that nigga 50 got jacked. He took $1 million deal from Dre and Eminem. I mean, with that boy there. Look, I say, man, you have to get in the fucking dough. How you gonna get jacked and he didn't have shit? Look at him now. You have to understand it's not about the money. It's about getting in the fucking dough and working your fucking brain from there. Everybody want the money. Everybody want the money. They want the money, but they don't want to put in the fucking work to get it, man. And that was back then. Look at dude now. Look all the years he done put in. Look all the losses he done took. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at that shit. Just like me coming home, my nigga, and you gotta look at me and from 08 and to now it's 2022?
Correct.
All right then, you gotta look at that 14 years. My nigga, we walk outside, I'm showing you $100,000 haircuts.
We gonna get to that.
You feel me? That's the shit that the nigga gotta understand. It don't take that shit like nigga be wanting that money right then and there. My nigga, you gotta put in some work. Nigga, I picked up cans out here. I did, nigga, I helped my brother-in-law them build fences, houses. It just ain't about no fucking selling no dope, because guess what, my nigga, you might not make it to see them fucking tomorrow fucking with that dope.
While we on the subject, since you went on here and took it there, I was gonna say that for later. How do you, if you could give us your definition, man, break down hustle. A lot of this generation, I'll be guilty of it. I was guilty of it at one point. You got a lot of people feel like hustling, the dope game or the murder game, may it be, you know, anything of that nature. They feel like, you know, that's the only hustle it is out there.
It's not.
They don't know nothing about picking up cans and
bro,
going.
let me tell you something.
Now, granted, we got to be realistic and we got to modernize it.
And I'm finna show you some realistic shit.
Ain't no more fruit stands to take no pecans to or nothing like that. So give us an alternative.
Alternative is, all right, check this out. I done 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is, man, you do 10 years on the street. I done 10 years in jail. I'm getting paid, this say the 25 cents an hour. You getting paid $7.50 on the street. Numbers don't lie. Add them bitches up. That's the alternative nowadays. You can get your fucking job.
Simple mathematics.
Simple mathematics. Simple. You need to go to this bitch, and cause you gotta look at the trials and tribulations gonna take trying to sell that fucking dope. Bitch might take it. People might come. You gotta bond out of jail. You gotta pay for the lawyer. Gas back and forth. to the court. You got your smoking habit.
Hey, our culture, hey, and again, I done been guilty of it at times. We glamorize it.
Right.
You got the average kid coming home from college, they don't get no party through form or after graduation or nothing like that. They don't
Right.
get $20,000 given to them.
Right.
But the guy from the block, everybody popping it.
Right.
Is the mentality is crazy out here.
Say, bro. But at the same time, bro,
Talk to me.
it's like they want it. They want that money. They want that. They want to have something, bro. And ain't nothing wrong with it. It just put in the fucking work, man. My mama once told me, bro, if you gonna do wrong right.
Hold on, give me that one again.
You heard what I said? If you gonna do wrong right. Say you want to sell this dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
You make sure you sell that dope right for you when they ain't catch no motherfucking case. You understand that now?
Can we really sit here? You think it's the right way?
It's the right way. It's the right way to do everything.
All right, say less.
How many people done got away with shit?
True that.
Because they was thinking. They planning it out. That's just like everything you do, my nigga. That's just like when they built this house. They had to do the blueprint first, right?
Right.
That's just like when they want that dope to come from overseas to over here. They had to plan it out, right?
Right.
What you said? Right. Now you get me now? If you're gonna do anything, I wouldn't give a fuck. Just like what you doing the interview on me. Do what you want this motherfucker to come out right, huh?
Most definitely.
All right, then that's the thing that I'm saying. Whatever you do that shit right, have dedication, and don't fucking stop and fuck whoever else said anything about it. Because you're gonna have the criticism, you're gonna have the people who love you. You might have one person who love you, that's all you get. And that's all you need. You just need one person to love what you do. One. You feel me? One person to believe in you, my nigga, because how many niggas would believe in me when I come home at 32?
One person ain't gonna get the money.
Yeah, one person gonna get it. You know why it's gonna get it? Because it's gonna make you go get more people. From that person liking what you do, saluting you what you do, that make you go harder.
Get the motivational factor of it.
Oh, that nigga, that bitch. But you feel where I'm coming from?
Most definitely.
You know, because you gonna get the motivation from it. Look at me, dog, I'm 32 when I come home. Whoever known, this nigga 32, why is you trying to rap? That's what they used to tell me.
You come home 32, you trying to rap. How that's going for you?
Man, I moved in with a girl. She didn't believe.
You hit the ground running.
I hit the ground running. I hit the ground running hard, bro. I hit the ground, I ain't had no parties when I come home. Didn't have no socks, drawers, t-shirt, new clothes. I ain't had none of that when I come home. People pick me up, my sister done pick me up, and you on your own, do your thing. You feel me? And when I seen my niggas came and picked me up. Niggas who from the streets, who know me from the streets, friends. When they came and picked me up, after doing 10 years, they already up. My nigga Big London, you heard me? You know our South Baton Rouge, you know he really Dixie boy, you heard me?
For the people that don't know, I believe Big London, I heard Kevin Gates mention him a couple times.
Yeah, that was Kevin Gates nigga too, you heard me?
You were cool with Nissa as well, right?
Yeah, I was fucking with him, you heard me? When I come home, we wasn't cool. We fuck with each other at military, we knowing each other, going to school, Capitol High, shit like that. Wasn't no hanging or nothing, but when I come home, bro, dude did see me, went in his pocket, blessed me with some money, you heard me?
Right.
You know, it's down, Squalee, I see you home, here my nigga, you heard me? And like I say, man, it just, you know, good to see that nigga was doing something with his life when I come home. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Right.
Because a lot of niggas like him, me, you know, and the rest of the niggas that lay there and, you know, be out here in these streets and be wanting to do better. You know what I'm saying? We want their people to do better legally. You know what I'm saying? Not illegal. It's a whole transformation when you want to do something legally. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It'd be a whole transformation, bro. Be like it's gonna be more harder. It's gonna be more sacrifices than you getting up and going hustle on that corner because you ain't sacrificing nothing but your life. But when you go out there, my nigga, you quick money. We talking about, nigga, when you trying something legally, you gonna run out of money. Because the things you trying legally ain't making no money right then and there.
Gotcha.
So you gotta, if you wanna really fuck with that, because you gonna have to kick out and kick out and kick out and kick out. And you gotta have a passion for it.
10-4. I also see here, man, you had Michael Charles.
Michael Charles, big Michael Charles, dog.
I-10 Cowboy?
I-10 Cowboy. I know him from the streets, though. You know what I'm saying? I know Michael Charles from the streets, and when I come on, like I say, he rapping too. You feel me? These niggas trying to do something legal with their life, dog.
So that made that transition a little more easy for
right.
you.
And when I seen them niggas doing that shit, dog, I'm like, fuck, man, I might well get off into that shit too, you hear me?
First project, matter of fact, before we get there, you say you landed with a female.
Yeah, I was in a fucking relationship. That shit took me slap out my zone. You know what I'm saying? Being up under a female, and when I come home, dog, I met me a female, got introduced to the bitch by Big London. Yeah. I don't know why he did that shit. Yeah. I ended up going, and you know, she was a good girl, but she making money already. So she looking for a nigga who do the 9 to 5. She don't know me, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a street nigga. She thinking I'm finna go get a job. You know, I tried to go get a job at Krispy Kreme. Stayed in that bitch for 3 days. Got the fuck on, you hear me?
Right.
You know, I couldn't do it, you know.
The wrong kind of dope.
The wrong kind of dope. I couldn't do it. And then, you know, what I like to do, I'm a hustle my shit. You hear me? Like when I got the CDs and all I learned, you know, the studio, getting them bitches pressed up. I'm on the corner, my nigga, really slanging these bitches, you know, hand to hand. See, I don't see niggas out here trapping their music like that no more.
What would you say the biggest, I'm not even gonna say what would you say the biggest difference is? What would you say motivated the difference in, I guess you could say the hustle today than it is? Why you think the big change in the hustle today and the hustle back then? Where you think that I don't know if you even want to call it laziness?
The internet made them lazy. The internet, they feel like, man, you see people with millions of followers and broke. All the time. I see them all the time. I swear to God, dog, I see a lot of people with more followers than you ever want to see, but 2 people buying your shit. But on the street, I'm slanging like a motherfucker. I can have these t-shirts, nigga, and slang 10 for 10 all day, 20 for 20 all day, because you know why? Niggas got the money on deck right now. Niggas gonna stroll across your shit, look at your shit, and keep on strolling. That's the way that shit go. You know what I'm saying? But me, I learned not to lay there and get too far off into that internet shit. You know, I stay with my street hustle. You know what I'm saying?
On the groundwork.
Right. I go, see, and that's what I like, because they keep me there, bro. You feel me, my nigga? They keep me strong. They keep me, just like my brother-in-law came over here today, right? For me to wash his car. He came and look at that. I still hustle, nigga. I wash your car for $20 today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He come over here, he say, he 79, nigga riding in a Corvette, sitting this low. And I look at him and be like, damn, 79, man moving around like me, you heard me? Mm-hmm. So you gotta look at that shit and see how many years you have to go. I'm 46, so you man, I got buku more years before I hit 79, right? So right, so that means you have to stay strong, you have to stay spiritual up to God, you know what I'm saying? That means, you know, this man had been a needle shooter. You know, one of them. You know, him and my dad, that's my daddy partner. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up messing with my sister and married my sister, but he was a needle shooter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at him now, dog. And me, I look at that shit and I be like, damn, where you wanna be in them years to come. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So, you know, he ain't weak. Like he not, you know how a man be weak and, you know, can't move around too much. 46 to then, and I'm still like this, healthy. Man, come on, man, I'm ready to run the street 24/7. Non-stop. You know, when I look around, you know, you still wanna, and it keep you going, it keep you healthy. Internet makes you weak. Internet have you sitting there all day. Your bones gonna lock up. You ain't gonna be able to move around. You get where I'm coming from?
Right.
It makes sense?
Most definitely.
Cause I could paint a picture of a nigga just died. He look healthy, yeah, very healthy. But he sit on the internet all day.
You go to messing with the rap in 09.
Right.
Do we have monster status? Is that developed yet?
Yeah,
Monster status, monster status, level 5?
yeah.
What is that?
That's just something I used to say in jail. It wasn't nothing that I really planned to come fucking with the music. Is, you know, I put that shit on my back, and the tattoos consist of the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, and when I laid there and seen that shit, bro, and I said that shit, that's like levels you can go to. You know what I'm saying? And when I started rapping out here, I did one little song out here, and I showed my best friend, let him hear it. And that nigga ain't believe it was me, you heard? And you know, I was asking, I said, man, what you think I should name my shit? And nigga said, man, that ain't you rap. I say, listen to it. He said, how the fuck you learned that shit? I say, in jail, nigga, here. And so I said, we were sitting there talking. He said, man, naming monsters at level 5. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I had went and got that shit stamped and everything. You feel me? You know, because my shit in my name. And that's my shit. You know what I'm saying, bro? And you know, I love it. I grind for it. You know what I'm saying? I scream that motherfucker so hard till I got celebrities screaming that bitch. You hear me?
Right.
You know, shout out to Gates, man. He the first nigga that laid hand with the screaming my shit. You know, real talk. Shout out to Kevin Gates, man. That nigga the first nigga. I love that little nigga for that. You hear me?
I believe I saw him on Instagram one time with the guns, with the whips, something like that. Something like so.
Yeah.
What's the association?
It ain't nothing, bro. You know, we both fuck with the same nigga, Big London. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, you know, he probably heard buku stories about me before I come home. You know what I'm saying? How I'm a real nigga. You know, ain't nothing fake about me. So, you know, he with London being my nigga, dog. You know, I was the first nigga that showed London his, you know, how to hustle. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm the first nigga that showed Big London how to hustle. Big London was, you know, like I told you, my parents' house and Big London parents' house was totally different. They wasn't doing no shit like we was doing around that corner. We live right around the corner from each other. I mean, when he come around there, he hustle around here. You know what I'm saying? He get money around here. You know, you gotta go. You gotta hide your money at your mama's house type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You messing with that rap. How's that going for you, man? You. How's the reception? First of all, your peers. You come home. You don't got no parents. You got rap homeboys. They welcoming you with open arms.
I never jumped on nobody's team or tried to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I always let a nigga do their own thing, and I always did my own thing. You feel me? Like, you know, I never try to, I'm a solo artist. I don't try to really fuck with the people with the music. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like doing my solo shit because my life based on real shit. I mean, you know, I don't want nobody getting on that motherfucker, disappointing me. And so before I want the disappointment, I like to do my own shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how it is with me, bro. With music. And I get to take my time and do what the fuck I want to do. I ain't got to push shit out when I don't want to push shit out. You know, sometimes I don't want to fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? If I was under a contract, I have to fuck with it. You get where I'm coming from? But, you know, I do it out of love, dog. I do it because I found something to do. Because I don't have nothing to do when I come home. You know what I'm saying? So when I found that, bro, you know, it meant something to me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I could just imagine how my mom and them looking at me, and my pops were looking at me. You know, like, damn, this nigga really, you know, doing music out there. You know what I'm saying? And dog, like I say, I got 20 videos on YouTube, and shit, I got more videos than the average nigga. No solo dolo. Never ask no nigga for nothing. I don't owe no nigga nothing. Never ask no nigga nothing. And you know, I done blessed buku niggas. Don't want nothing back. And you know, and my blessing come in to where I can rap. My blessing come in I can be able to fuck with my people out here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and help people. You know what I'm saying? That's my blessing, dog. That's what I like to do. I like to see people smile. You know what I'm saying? And I got a club, level 5 events. You know what I'm saying? Right there on Plank Road. You know what I'm saying? I got that building now.
It was all me. Good dope. It was all G. Whoa, I'm really thugged out. I'm really about my business. I came up from nothing in this grimy city. Good dope, cheap price. It was all me. I sold this, I sold that. It was all cheap. I'm really thugged out. I'm really about my business. I came up from nothing in this grimy city. Good dope, cheap price. It was all me. I sold this, I sold that. It was all cheap. Nigga, what you know about that good shit? That dumb shit, that raw shit that had your body numb, bitch. I get it from my mama.
Is it safe to say it was the music that ushered you into wanting the club?
Yeah, it was the music. It was the music that had me wanting to fuck with the club, you hear me? Like I say, I had ended up meeting the dude Shane, and you know, he ended up turning me on to the club game, you know what I'm saying? You know, shit, but I was dealing with the music going through a show over there, and, you know, over there at Rags, Club Rags, you know?
Right.
Everything else just fell in place with that deal, with him, because he had the knowledge to the club game, you feel me? But he just didn't have the knowledge to the making it legal. He thought we can just run it any kind of way, you know?
And this was after you had left the female?
Yeah. That's after I left her, you heard me? And like I say, we working on the club. I'm on, you know, I'm on my dick, you know what I'm saying? So with me, working on the club, boy, number some motivation, and I needed something to do and something to get off into it too, you know?
You mentioned you were living in an abandoned house during this process.
Yeah, during that process, I was in an abandoned house, you heard me? Yeah, during that process, I was sleeping in an abandoned house, dog. You know, just really on my dick. You feel me?
What kind of hurdles or setbacks would you say you ran into as far as owning your own club? That's not something a lot of people might feel like it's not attainable, or that's not something a lot of black people typically get into.
Right.
Having their own event center.
It wasn't that, you know. It wasn't that I wanted to mess with the club. Like I said, I just fell in. You know what I'm saying? But the setbacks was I went to jail for human trafficking because a young lady was up in there, you know. And but I beat the charge and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the biggest setback I had was doing a year in jail behind that. You know what I'm saying? I fought that case there for a year, you know. So that was the biggest setback I had right there, you know what I'm saying?
Being somebody that's done been through all you done been through, and you 10 years later, 15 years later, after that, you got cars.
Right.
You own properties. You
Right.
own an event center.
Right.
What financial advice, if you have any, would you have for a trench baby? One that it's a lot of money out here. You got a lot of black kids don't know how to manage money. Right. A lot of money come through their hands. They might not know what to do with it.
Right.
You know?
They don't know what to do with it, bro. A lot of money come through these youngsters' hands, but you gotta. This the thing about it. If you in this world and you messing around and trying to get you a business, man, put that money into that business. Cause you can go spend that same money on bullshit and you ain't seeing that money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And want to learn the business. That's the thing about it. You wants to learn it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to understand that about a business. It's a learning thing. It's not no money thing when you running a business. You got to get the money clean out your head.
And it be situations I know I'm a victim of it. You get into stuff, try to start stuff on your own. You're not gonna have a lot of resources at first. You're not gonna know a lot of people in the field of what you're doing.
Right.
A lot of stuff you got to take into your own hands. A lot of stuff you got to pay for yourself. A lot of stuff you got to learn to do for yourself.
And and that's the best way. Because if you have to put I done had to lay down on that building. I done had to build stuff myself, fix things myself. Because you starting out a business, you don't have the money to just pay everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that part, people get frustrated because they're lazy. They don't want to do the work. That's where the kick part come in at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they don't want to do the work. But they don't have the money to pay for it also. So it end up going to waste. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
You know, I done saw a gang of niggas do shit. 4 or 5 niggas go into business at one time. You know what I'm saying? Together. And all of them lazy. You get where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't have the money, but some of y'all have the money, some of y'all don't. But the person who don't got the money put the work in with doing the work. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the money, that's where your hands come in at. You know what I'm saying? If I don't got the money, see, I had to do the hustle and the hands. I ain't had no team. You heard me? I ain't got 4 or 5 niggas be doing this shit with me. You know what I'm saying? I got female. You heard me? I got a female baby mama. Shout out to Black, you heard me?
I wanna ask you this. As a rapper coming from Baton Rouge, do you like or dislike the way Baton Rouge rap is being represented today?
They getting represented in the wrong way as killers. You know what I'm saying?
Explain it.
Like the music.
That's the whole rap game, now.
That's the whole rap game is y'all getting labeled as killers because of what y'all rapping about. And it do have more things that's going on in this world around you that you can talk about. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you in love. You loving her, y'all going through shit. You know what I'm saying? You going through shit, you can't pay the bills. But they don't want to talk about shit like that, bro, because, you know, the way the internet make you have to look. Like, you have to look like you have something.
That ain't what's selling, no Squalee.
I know. And that ain't what's selling. And what's selling is what? Music, though. Not the violence. It ain't selling. You might have 1 million views. But guess what, my nigga? We know a lot of youngsters out here rap about the same thing, the murder rate. But we know a lot of youngsters out here don't have shit. You know what I'm saying? His views up here, my nigga. Dude ain't got setback after setback just by the police fucking with him. You feel me?
True that.
You know, he ain't do shit. The police just fucking with him. You gotta understand them enemies too. So when you fucking around with that shit, you got not just your people as an enemy or your ops. You got to understand you got them the ones that gonna catch you and allow to try to give you 25, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Just because you into that music.
Yes.
I done been there. Fuck, I'm telling you, I got locked up for human trafficking. Oh, local rapper, Squalee Pope. What they said? Local rapper, Squalee Pope. Don't do nothing, don't know nothing about human trafficking. Nigga already know. I don't know nothing about the shit. All right, cool. Don't know nothing about none of this shit. The case is whack, you feel me? I didn't do nothing. So, but, local rapper, the DA, you guys understand what they do. You get me now?
Yeah, I follow you. With that being said, the streets done changed these days compared to back when you were coming up.
Yeah.
Would you say it's too far gone, all the senseless violence and stuff that be going on?
Yeah, it's too far gone.
Ain't no coming back for it.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I know in my heart it's too far gone. Because parents these days is with that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Look at the way the world going. Parents can't even have I went to my son's football game. They got these mamas and these coaches fighting on the field. You get me now?
Right.
You gotta understand what you're showing them.
The parents are getting younger these days.
And it ain't about getting younger, dog. It ain't about, cause see, people always trying to put an age on shit. You can't put no age on ignorance.
Right.
How can you put age on ignorance? You can't. If my little girl's 7 years old, you heard me, and she do some shit, I'm gonna have to put her in her place and let her know. Now, it's not because of your age, don't be ignorant. You feel me? Don't do that, that ain't what's up. You get me now?
Most definitely.
And parents is not really talking to them no more because they scared of them. Because of the guns, the aggression, especially with boys. I done had it with my sons, them. Shit, nigga raising up on me. I'm a man, boom, it's up with me, you know what I'm saying?
So what do you feel like as individuals we can do to clean up our own backyard?
Man, pray. Believe in God first. That's the first thing you can do, dog. A lot of people don't even pray. I done been with females who don't never go to church, never pray. I done been around dudes, don't never go to church, don't never pray. At least say a prayer. At least get on knees here and say a prayer. You feel me? It don't have to be no walk, say it don't matter. But you guys understand, it is a higher than us. You know what I'm saying? And when you come together as a community, you guys understand, you have to come together. You can't be scared. A lot of people scared, dog. You can't be scared. A lot of people are scared, they scared, dog. If I tell this next door neighbor them something about, the loud noise or something, they gonna kill me. Right or wrong?
You're right.
This shit is scary out here, so you can't blame nobody. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame nobody. It's scary down out here.
You rather give game or give it?
Give game or do what?
Would you rather give game or you rather receive game?
Both. I like receiving it too, though. I love receiving it because it keeps me to where I'm moving fast. You feel me? I'm moving in the right direction, on the right path. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have knowledge to a lot of shit that I'm still learning and I want to learn in the next couple of years. If I want to be somewhere different than right here riding in this car, I want to be somewhere when the next interview you give me, I want to be somewhere, helping some shit where, we really building some shit. We really doing something out here in Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's, I ain't gonna lie, man, that's one reason I took it like a team, man. You really about the black economics.
Oh man, I love it. I don't even go to, not saying I have anything against, the white people. I just love my people, you feel me?
Right.
That's the thing about it. You gotta love your people, dog. You gotta love where you from. Some people might not want to say they from the ghetto. I love it, dog. I love where I'm from. I love who I am. You gotta love who you is first. You gotta love your own skin. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at a man like you and him and be like, don't have no hate in your heart towards y'all because y'all have a car or because y'all have a nice girl or because y'all got a nice clothes. You can't do that out here. Your heart ain't right if you do it for your own kind. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Man, they had a few incidents that done happened over time. I want to ask you about. One time I seen you go. You went pretty viral in Baton Rouge for sure, man. You had went off on Young Boy about an album he had dropped.
Yeah, bro. It ain't. I went off. It just that. See, people took it the wrong way, right?
Right.
And that's the crazy part about it because the way I talk and I talk aggressively, right? So I never call him no fucked up shit or none of that. You heard me?
Right.
None of that shit. I don't rock like that. You heard me? But I just wanted him to know he have to stay on their neck out here. You feel me? Because the way the industry is and the way you rap, you know what I'm saying? I understand getting your feelings up, but I'm so proud of a nigga come from my era. You feel me? My area, 70805, where it's hard at, first time ever in life, and you number one on the charts, my nigga. That makes a nigga like me proud. And if a lot of niggas out here gonna say shit behind a nigga back but they ain't gonna say it to them, dog. You feel me?
Yeah, I got
I'm a fucking man. I'ma tell little one what's right. Little one stay on their neck. Get on their ass. Don't let up off. You heard me? You know, get back with the community. Start fucking with your people down here. You get me now?
Yeah,
Cause that's what I told him. I said, man, you know, come back home, nigga, come fuck with a nigga. You heard me? You know, I'm telling you, come fuck with a nigga because when you draw a fucking team as community from the old folks to the kids, you got the youngsters. You feel me?
Yeah, you got a lot of the youngsters is a bigger part
You
of the
got
fan
them.
base.
You got them. Come mess with the older people. Come, you know, get them the knowledge too. Get them the game. Get everybody the game, dog, because we need it. You heard me? It's a need.
I seen you had an online rant one time, getting at Charlemagne about some Thanksgiving turkeys or something like that.
Yeah, because that's all they give away every year.
Man, what
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
do? What Charlemagne did to get you hot, man?
You know, it wasn't getting them. I would just be getting them the difference between quit doing the same shit. If you want things to change, you have to change by doing different shit. So don't give away turkeys this year. Give away some ham. Everybody eat ham.
I don't even know how to cook a turkey.
All right then. My point. My fucking point. You get me now? Right, you don't even know. But guess what? You can cut that ham straight off there and eat it right now. Right?
Got you. Touche. That's fair. Moving along, man, I want to ask you, man, you familiar with Gangsta Williams, Terrence Gangsta Williams?
Nah, I ain't familiar with none of them dudes, dog. I just heard of these dudes out here. I don't know none of these dudes. I don't speak on none of them or what they got going on. And I ain't, you know, it ain't that, you know, I'm a selfish nigga. I just hear different shit and all types of shit. And if your name come across the scanner for some fake shit, I'm just ain't fucking with it. Cause my name will never come across the scanner for no fake shit, not the street scanner.
Alright.
Everything you speak on me on is gonna be real, from the pen to the streets. You know, from the inside the house to the family, you know, to the love, you know, whatever you wanna speak on.
With that being said, we're gonna skip right over that then. Young Thug in the YSL Rico case, man. You have a lot of guys in this indictment. A lot of people been allegedly ratting inside the organization or whatnot.
Yeah.
You have any opinions on that? And if not that, just the online, it's a lot of stuff that took place online that the prosecutors are using in the case against them.
Let me tell you something, bro. Prosecutors, lawyers, everybody dealing with that shit. You know what it's about? It's about taking them young black men and making money off them. All of them probably got YouTube pages. Getting money off them young black dudes, dog. And that's what it's all about. You feel me? From the lawyers to the DAs to the witnesses to the everybody is surrounded by one person who got the money, and they taking them and they eating off them. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real shit. Like they not worrying about them young dudes' life. You know you ain't got no evidence. You know all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you had evidence, the bitch would have been going to trial today.
Thanks.
So it ain't no evidence. You holding these young dudes 4 and 5 years of their life in jail. But no bond now, because they got the money to bond out. That's just illegal. Everybody, if it's not first degree murder, that's the only thing. Capital murder, first degree murder don't get no bond. Most time out of 10, you're gonna charge them with that because you don't want them to bond out. Which as the case is probably an undergrade case in that fucking way because you don't have no evidence. But it's all about the money.
What's your motivation out here, Squalee Pope?
My motivation, bro.
What motivates you to? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 46, though.
You 46, man. You got a lot going on. like you're 26.
Yeah.
What motivates you to keep going?
Shit, dog. I don't even know sometimes. I guess I just want to be happy, bro, because I done been through so much of fucking corrupt ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's different. Happiness is different for me. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a fucked up nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't have knowledge to a lot of shit. I ain't have knowledge to being happy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't my heart. You know, it just happy is different for me. So whatever make me happy, that what motivates me. You know what I'm saying? If this make me happy, I'ma do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it just what you done been through, dog, and what, you know, type of life this is out here for black men. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for us. And you know, you gotta look at other men and know you blessed because they in a fucked up situation. And what you crying for? That's like the ones in the jailhouse, the ones that's sleeping on the cones, you know, the ones that's on drugs, the ones that's, you know, fucked off out here, dog. You know what I'm saying? That motivates me to know that why not take my fucking faith, my strength, everything that you have and keep going when this person can't keep going. I keep going for him. You feel me? When I see a older guy that I know from the G, you know what I'm saying, that can't go, I go. You hear me? It's like older women in the community. You know, I fish a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good fisherman. So what I do is, they love browns. I go catch them, clean them, and give them to them. They done got old, but they can still frown, or they fucking people frown for them. You feel me?
Most youngsters today never caught a fish.
Don't know how to do this shit. Real talk, dog. You know, and it's something different. You know, want to do something different, bro. Want to get up and go somewhere different. You know, you just can't want to sit there toting the iron all day, looking out the window. It ain't gonna work. You're gonna die, or you're gonna go to jail and die up in there. Choose. You got a choice. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and I want to ask you, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word losses?
Family members, dog. Them the losses. And it really ain't the losses. You know what losses is, but when you lose yourself, that's a loss. That's the only loss I can see, because everybody have to pass away. Everybody have to die, right? You're not put on this earth to be here forever. But the loss is when you lose yourself, bro. And don't you know everybody that lost themselves before? I lost myself before. You heard me? Shit. But you have to pull together and find yourself again. I didn't fuck my own head up. You know?
And I just asked that, man, I be pushing, not quitting, putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
That's all. Man, do you got anything else going on coming up anytime soon that you want to plug or let us know about?
Well, right now, like next month, I start on the movie Good Dope, Cheap Price. You know what I'm saying? I start on that next month. You know, that's something I had wanted to do a couple years ago, and I ain't get a chance to do it. Like, that's where I'm headed at now. Like, going and do that there.
That's one of your biggest singles too, right?
Huh?
That's one of your biggest singles too, right? Good Dope, Cheap Price?
Good Dope, Cheap Price, one of my biggest singles, you know.
Man, y'all make sure y'all go check that out on YouTube.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice video, you know what I'm saying? Everything A1, yeah.
You got a real old, when it comes to rap and how you come across the rap, man, you got a real old style of rapping.
Right.
You got a real,
different shit.
Yeah.
Different shit, dog. Some shit that a nigga relate to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to lay there and get out my lane. You know, I just stay in my lane and I like to do it. I don't do it for the money. I do it just because I like to do it. I love it. Something that I found to do. You know what I'm saying? Something that I had, you know, damn, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? So, it feels good. And that's what, like I say, and if it make you happy, that's what I found. I found happiness out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Word from Squalee Pope, man. Y'all find y'all some happiness.
Yeah.
Man, y'all keep hustling.
Grind every day. This is Sunday. We doing this on a Sunday. This is what you call the grind. You know, you got the camera in your face on a Sunday. When he's sitting there holding the camera on a Sunday. When he getting the questions on a Sunday. A lot of people laid up right now. And I understand y'all been working all week. Me too though. But I got 7 days. I'm taking every last one of them and getting it.
Y'all heard it here first, man. Y'all till next time, Squalee, man, we can't wait to see you again.
Yeah, Trench Talk TV. Real talk.
Next time it's gonna be bigger and better. Y'all make sure y'all go follow, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Y'all go follow Squalee Pope on Instagram. We got a lot of stuff going on. Y'all be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, for real. And then we'll keep going after that. And we'll just keep going. And you know, dealing with the movie industry down here in Baton Rouge, that's gonna be good for a lot of us because it's gonna put young guys in a different perspective. Not just rap, I'm finna bring them to something different.
Got you, man. Can't wait to see you get that going.
Whoa, I'm really thugged out. I'm really about my business. I came up from nothing in this grimy city. Good dope, cheap price.
This is the only thing I can tell y'all. The first person that I ever let put these motherfuckers on they shit, Trench Talk TV. And first thing, let me introduce you to Blood of Jesus. That's that stank hoe peaches. You got Pussy K, you got Big Booty Burt. I'm letting y'all know. Trench Talk TV, nigga, you already know the interview retarded. And this is what we do down here in Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come to the trenches, Plank Road, to see a real trench baby. Trench Talk TV.
Till next time, Squalee Pope himself.